Okay, we are here with Siralim Ultimate. This should be the start of a new video. This is Nether Boss 13. And this guy's name is Vlora. We're fighting him in the cutthroat jungle, lots of imps. But let's cut to the chase. Let's see what this guy's all about. Okay. Little bit of a funny interaction there. So he's got maniacs, harpies, and but they didn't take very many turns, it looks like. We did debuff their speed just through a realm buff. But if you take a look at his stats, he's got 1.2 million HP, 30,000 attack, thankfully only 15,000 defense, but he's very fast, 54,000. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn on the battle text, so it's going to be a little harder to follow what's going on, but let's see. At the end of each enemy's turn, this creature is moved to the top of the timeline. So he's going to be taking a lot of turns, because for every turn that we take, he's going to take one turn for himself. So it'd be nice if we could kill him fast, but he does have a lot of stats, so that's not going to happen. This is a start of battle effect. Did it say he gains 20% attack every time he casts the spell? Okay, so he would the spell main would be nice to take out. That one doesn't bother me so much. Our build is slow speed, so the amp doesn't bother me. After your creatures provoke and they are killed, so they would have to provoke. I don't know how often the enemy provokes. When an enemy attacks one of your creatures... Oh, so we really can't focus anybody because our target will be chosen at random because of the harpy. So the maniacs provoke, and we can't choose which enemy to attack. Yeah, we couldn't attack the spell main there. So let's just, now that we know what everything does, let's just auto. Most of these fights we are just going to be autoing. But it's nice to know what they do so we don't make any mistakes that could be avoided. And you see we're not doing really any damage if you look at the health bars. I don't have the battle text on, it was just an oversight this time, I'm sorry. But we're gonna have to rely on the health bars to see how much damage we're doing. Thankfully, they're not doing too much damage to us. So we're at a bit of a stalemate. Thankfully, we do scale over time. I have explained this multiple times, but if you're watching this on YouTube, this video is being uploaded, it's being recorded live. If it's being recorded live or if it's being recorded off stream, I will make sure to put that in the description, of course. Do you see our, okay, hold on, because I've seen this before. Our Axer Apocalypse changed sprites. I don't know what causes that. Does he have two different traits now? I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked, but he definitely has a different trait. We're not getting 15% stats anymore. I don't know if that's a bug, because he's changed into that sprite before. I didn't realize that he was also changing his innate trait. I don't know what causes that, because none of the other units ever change sprites like that. We've almost killed the maniac, the pink one. Okay, that's one enemy down out of 6. If I had to guess, I'd assume they're all about all about the same level of HP. But do you see our stats, our HP? We started out battle with like 4,000 HP on each character, but now like our Apocalypse has 48,000 HP, and we just got the boss. I wasn't even looking. That was an easy fight. I thought it was going to be a little tougher because the boss had an offensive trait where he took more turns than usual, but thankfully we didn't have a problem. So if you've been keeping track, we've fought 13 Nether Bosses, and we have beaten every single one on the first try. That's why we've raised the difficulty to 5, but it doesn't really seem like anything can stop us. Let's go. Get a God's Key fragment. Perfect. Okay. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to do the outro for you. Thank you for watching. I will see you at the next Nether Boss. Have a good one. Okay, we're here with Nether Boss. This is Nether Boss 14, Nether Boss 13. I believe it's 14. This is Sarea. She was once the enchantress for our kingdom, and she has a grudge. Okay, let's see what she's got. They're all going first. We're used to that by now. Just a long turn. We did turn on all the battle text just to make sure we knew what was going on, but did you see that? Just for a moment before they got the barrier, they were at like 20% HP, the boss was, before we had even done anything. At the start of this creature's turn, it forces an enemy to attack one of its allies. At the end of its turn, it forces an ally to cast a spell. Okay, so she's a damage dealer. I'm surprised. I don't know what caused her to lose so much HP, because she's got 1.2 million and 105,000 intelligence. Let's see. Timeline resistance, more intelligence. At the start of an enemy's turn, they have a chance to be sent to the bottom of the timeline if they are feared. And then this one, at the start of battle, it afflicts 3 random enemies with fear. So that's not a problem, because it's a start of a battle effect. We'll just focus down the boss. That's all we're going to do this fight. This is difficulty 5. You haven't run into any big issues so far, but it just takes one ability to counter us, you know? That barrier, I don't know where she got it from. She must have cast it. I don't know if there's any special properties that come with the barrier that she has, because she had such low HP. I was wondering why. I hope I didn't miss anything, but if I did, I'm sure I can see it on the review of the video. We seem to be doing all right. All we need is to scale up. And we do that by taking turns. And we do have to take turns, so it will be a short while before we start chunking through their HP, their barriers. That really is not going to be an issue. I didn't see anything that was troublesome in these creatures. We seem to be doing just fine. I believe they've afflicted us with scorns. Not an issue though, we can still defend and do damage indirectly. No problem. It's a long fight for sure. I don't know if it's going to be as long as the Flubrous fight that we had in the... It's up on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm sure you've seen it. That Flubrous fight took up half the video, half the 20-minute video. If you're just tuning in, this is Nether Boss 14. They're not scaring me in terms of damage output, and they didn't scale, but we do. I don't really see a way for the enemy to get out of this. Something is strange about their barrier, because there's no damage being done to the barrier. I'm gonna take a moment to see why their barrier has so much HP. It could just be that it's like double their barrier, like it's an extra strong barrier or something. There's nothing that says anything about the barrier. It's probably just because they have like a high HP base, so their barrier's even stronger. Are we doing damage to it? I need to look at it. It looks... I saw like a 6,000 in there. Yeah, we're doing damage. Our Assign is lowering their stats as well. Oh, we're only on Fatigue 1. We're only doing 20% more damage. Because we turned on all the battle techs, this fight's going a lot slower than we have been getting in just realm progression. We turn it down to 0 for realm progression just because there's so much progress to be made. And then we turn it up to 5 when we fight the Nether Bosses. I think 5 is probably the most fair place if you want to challenge, or if you want to at least say that, okay, she's losing barrier right now, she's taking damage. That's good. I think 5 is the sweet spot. It's right in the middle of the two difficulties, of the lowest difficulty and the highest difficulty. But I did say if we continue to just not have any issues, we will go up. We'll just continue to push the difficulty until we run into a wall. Okay, now it's just the boss. We're doing a ton of damage. I think I saw 171,000 there. Let's just check to see no, we didn't get a chance. I was going to check our stats on our unit, just to see how much damage we were doing. But we got him. It's just, with our build, it's just a matter of time. So, if you're tuning in on YouTube, we'll be right back with another Nether boss. For now, have a good one. See you next time. Thank you. I believe it's Path of the Damned. We're fighting the Shackler, and it says he's nearly unkillable. So let's see what he's got. In this realm, we've got ghouls, liches, shadow demon, shadow monsters, and wights. This realm is relatively easy for me to kill the random encounters, so I'm not scared of the minions in this fight. We just have to see what the boss does once it's our turn. He's about to take his turn right now. Nothing really happened. The first two bosses in this video, by the way, should have been recorded on Twitch. And then this one is, this is being recorded on Saturday, so, it's off stream. I noticed on Twitch there's a good following on, there's a good viewer count right now, at least. Okay, inspect. This creature is immune to damage from attacks and spells and resistant to debuffs. We have a way around that? I never really expected to fight something that would never take damage. Yeah, okay, we'll kill the ghoul first because it's stealing our stats. I mean, eventually we should be able to inflict the boss with poison, blight, or poison, bleeding, and the other one. I always forget the third one. It's just gonna be a while. Thankfully, our stats are going up, so those damage over times are going to do more damage. We just have to get lucky with the debuff. Even more so because he's resistant to debuffs. I see one of my units changed sprites again. I really don't know what that's all about. You see my reclusive white is now a Gravebane white. I do know that our units cast random spells every time they are resurrected. They cast 5 random spells, so it's possible that one of those spells is changing the creature that is actually being used there. Because last time I looked at it, yeah, it also changes their innate trait when they change a creature like that. These guys aren't doing that very much damage at all. They're not going to be able to punch through. We are A-okay this fight. We might be here for quite a long while. If it goes on too long, I might have to just cut out the middle. But I did notice that the people seem to enjoy when I do the long plays videos more than the edited just the boss fights. I do try to keep it entertaining the whole time through, just in case somebody stumbles across the stream VOD. Let me know what you think in the comments if you prefer to see more long form play. I could be interested in uploading the stream VODs. But otherwise, I'm just going to continue documenting the Nether Bosses. Okay, we gave him bleeding. That's good. That means he's taking some damage. And it also might be taking damage from minions. Because I remember when we were fighting Furness, our minions were continually doing damage to the boss. And it kind of seems like this may be a bug, or it may be intended, but minions don't seem to be counted as damage from an attack or spell. So they bypass some of these more general defensive traits that the bosses have. I did not know this when I picked Necromancer, that it was going to be so useful. I do know that a lot of other classes utilize minions other than Necromancer, and we got the boss. That was easy enough. But if you have the opportunity, I think it'd be a great... Why did we all die? I don't remember seeing a trait that was able to do that, to wipe our whole team in one shot when we had so much HP on our units. That's a bit scary. It seemed to happen when one of the units died. It might have been a white. I'm not sure. Maybe I should have been more careful. But at least we survived it. So yeah, if you've learned anything from these videos, I really suggest adding some type of minion to your team. I think the zombies are the best on the Necromancer side in terms of doing damage, at least. Writhings have the best utility, but anyway, that was Nether Boss 15. I will see you at the next one. All right, thank you very much. Okay, this is Nether Boss 16. We are on difficulty 6. Let me just make sure everybody knows how hard we're making this on ourselves. Level 8,426. This is the Furness. Let's see what they've got. Okay. No corrupted phoenix, so we're lucky on that account. It looks to be a drunkard. The boss is a drunk rabbit. The other units don't scare me. The Apis might make them tankier. No. Start of battle. That guy's making them take 50% less damage. Start of battle. Extra cast. No ceiling spell gems, and he has the boss. Furness has access to all booze spells. He has 2.3 million HP, and he's a caster, and he has 125,000 intelligence. So let's just see what we can do. There's not much that we need to manage with this build. It's mostly just auto battling. The only thing we're worried about is losing all of our resurrection triggers. You're limited to 10 resurrections per battle until you get the Phoenix card set, which gives you an extra 5, but we don't have that yet. The thing that we do have going for us is that we have both the Axer Apocalypse and the... what is it? The Ixer Apocalypse. But for every turn that each of our units takes, they gain 15% stats, and they also gain 40% more damage. So it looks like we're not doing anything now, but that will change the more turns we take, if we're allowed to take turns. Thankfully, these enemies, they're mostly defensive. A couple of them have extra casts on their spell triggers and stuff like that, but it's not anything we can't handle, I don't think. And every time one of our units dies, every time the white dies, he grants stats to all of our units, and every time the black-white is alive while another unit dies, he gains stats from other units dying. So yes, if you've never seen a Necromancer build before, it's... the best way to describe it is slow but reliable. That might be a reason why we're not progressing so fast, but yeah. Let's see what you're saying in chat. You're talking about your monk build. So for each dodge attack, your dude counters attacks twice, and a 50% chance to attack again. Each time they miss, they have 50% chance to attack again if it chains. It chains if they keep missing. Okay. The monk, that's what the monk class does. So you can imagine what happens when they attack each other using a monk build. That's interesting. There are a lot of classes in this game, so it's always nice to hear what the other classes do. If you're watching this on YouTube, I've got a couple of members in the chat talking, and if you're watching this here live with me right now, I am uploading each Nether boss that we fight to YouTube. So if I do any off camera, you will see them on YouTube. And we've done everything on difficulty 5 so far. This is difficulty 6, but we don't seem to be having that much of a problem. We are losing resurrections, but it's not too bad. Our other units should be pretty tanky by now. I did forget to turn on the battle text, but this fight would be going on for a long time, and thankfully there's nothing that seems to be affecting or anything strange in this fight. You see our white has a lot of stats just from everything else dying. Toro is the other streamer that was playing this game earlier. He's almost at realm depth 300, trying out Blood Mage. Yeah. Hey, welcome to the stream, Loney. Yeah, this is a very slow but sure win, because there's nothing that on the enemy team that will kill us. We are basically guaranteed to outscale them. Realm instability is pretty good. Like I said, I am going for speed over rewards right now. But this build definitely can survive Realm Instability 5 if it needs to. It's just a little slow. Thankfully this was an easy boss. We are going to be here for a little while longer, but not too much. Yeah, and if you're watching the stream, I just want to say thanks for being here. I don't usually have this much viewers, if you can believe it. Faro says, yeah, it's good to speed to realm depth 230 and get the Gate of the Gods. I don't know exactly what you get from the Gate of the Gods, but all I know is that it's like very useful for you. I know you can fight the gods, and we get Gate of the Gods key fragments every time we defeat another boss. Okay, so commentating on the fight, it looks like all the enemies are down to less than 50% HP, so we are winning, and we're starting to do a lot more damage. On difficulty 6, the enemy level was like 8,400, so the enemy's stats are definitely a lot higher than ours. Oh, they took all my... Somebody cast Mass Dispel and took all my buffs, but that's okay. I think we might have ran out of resurrection triggers because nobody's reviving our white, but I think we made it just in time. We killed the enemies just in time. Okay, perfect. That was Nether Boss. That was 15, or was that 16? I can't remember. But anyway, thanks for sticking with me for that. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll see you next time. Have a good one.